What's up, everybody? I'm back with another review today. This is Bluepoint Brewery based out of Patchogue, New York, which I'm going to say technically is Long Island. It's Dragon with Matches, which is a smoked Scotch ale. The artwork on here is very, very cool, man. I mean, this is different. It pops out at me. This is something that I would see at the store, and I'm like, hey, I got to try this. I got to see what it is. It has dragonflies on here, flying around with matches. It reminds me of like something sci-fi, fantasy, in a novel that I would actually read. I would read something like this. The difference is this would be probably dragons instead. But I like what I see. It's pretty cool. You see a lighthouse in the background right here. Looks like one of those old school deep sea diver sort of masks and stuff, and you see the dragonflies flying with the matchsticks, and they're flying all around the ocean or the sea. Anyways, this was sent to me by a good friend of mine from high school, Jason. Shout out to Jason. He went to the brewery itself and sent it over to me because he knew I was into beer. I'm an avid beer fan, and I've been reviewing different beers and seeing, different things I like and trying to just get a name for myself. So again, shout out to you, and actually shout out to Bluepoint Brewery for allowing me to review this in the first place. But let's get to it. Let's get to what we came here for. Nice dark color. It's pouring very, very pretty. It's probably gonna look black on your screen, but it's real nice and brown. Not black, but very, very dark brown, just like any typical Scotch ale. You might get a little bit lighter color on them depending on who makes them, etc. Because I've had some Scotch ales that are a little lighter than this, but this is a pretty color. I like it a lot. I like what I see. Oh man, it smells good. You smell smoke like just over it immediately. But let me taste it and see what I get out of it. Wow. That first taste, smoke, but then you get the caramel, the dried fruit taste to it. And to me, what I'm getting out of that, and it's just me on first taste, is not a plum, but maybe a dried cherry, or I don't know, maybe dried berry, but I'm gonna say dried cherry or something dark, some sort of fruit taste to it. This is very different. I like this. I mean, I like it a lot. The smell I'm getting, campfire. Campfire, campfire, campfire. That's what I'm getting out of there with that smokiness. I've had a smoked porter before. For all my Game of Thrones fans, I'm sure you know what I'm referencing. This is not reminiscent of it, but slightly, just because it has a smoky taste to it. It's a whole nother style of beer, but this right here is definitely good. I mean, I really like it. It's a 6.8%, so I'm gonna take my time drinking this. This is a perfect fall beer. It kind of makes you think of an Oktoberfest because it's a Scotch ale, and Scotch ales in general are normally very malty, and you get caramel notes out of them. They're very dark brown, and obviously it's going to be similar to an Oktoberfest, but it's like a cousin to it, or an older brother, more aged, more seasoned, something like that. That's what I would, that's what I would call it. But I do like what I get out of here. I love that smell, that smoke taste, smoke smell to it is just definitely off the charts, man. This is very, very good. It hasn't changed. It's, to me, my palate, I'm getting smoked meat, but like cherry. I'm getting cherry out of there. I don't know what anybody else would say. That's what I'm getting. Somebody else might taste an IPA and they might say, hey, this tastes guava, or it tastes like melon. I don't taste that, and my palate is going to be different from what I taste. I taste the smoked, I taste the caramel, which are the malts, but I taste the dry fruit in there, and to me it tastes like I'm drinking a smoked cherry or something. That's just me. That's just what I'm tasting. I love the carbonation in there. It has a very decent amount there, and this is a very, very good looking beer. This is what I want to drink if it's a cold day outside, and it is cold here in Western New York. It's snowed a couple days ago in Buffalo, so we got a couple inches on the ground. This is what I want to drink when I'm in the house. I can't go outside. I've already shoveled already. I've already snow blowed, and I just want to sit back and relax and drink a good beer. This is something that you want to have on your list. This is a seasonal beer by Bluepoint, but I wish they had it year round, and I wish they had this here. I've had your Oktoberfest. I've had the lager. I believe it's a toasted lager. That one is pretty good. But this one right here, this right here hits the spot for me. I'm a fall beer guy. This is perfect for me. This is what I want to drink all the time. Like, I wish it was fall 24/7. Even though I love summer, I wish it was fall 24/7. Specifically because the beers that start rolling out, stouts and then seasonal things. This is what I'm looking for. This is definitely what I want to taste. This is what I want to drink. And like I said, what I get out of it is a nice smoked flavor. Obviously, everybody's going to taste that first. It's going to make you think you're at a campfire, but that smoked flavor, man. Smoked caramel is kind of toffee-ish, slightly, like very, very slightly. But I'm getting what I taste again. This is just my palate. I taste cherry. Somebody else might be like, hey, you know, I don't taste that. I taste this. I taste cherry. That's my palate. That's what I get out of this. It's very smooth. It's not like harsh or rough. It goes down nicely. It's definitely not like a chuggable or crushable beer. This is something you want to take your time drinking, specifically because it's a 6.8. And it's good. It tastes good. Like, you don't want to down a good beer. This is not like drinking something cheap. I don't want to say any names, but this is not like drinking it. This is a pretty good beer. I really, really like this. I'm going to give it a 2 thumbs up based upon what I taste. I love unique beers. I don't like to drink a beer that everybody else likes. I like, you know, popular beers, but I don't like something that everybody's going to taste. I want to be different. I want to taste something that's not along the rigid guideline if this is how it should be. And this is definitely out of this world. It's definitely off the charts. It's definitely like in its own lane. A smoked Scotch ale. I have never seen a Scotch ale that's been smoked. I've had a smoked porter. I've had another smoked porter, but this one, the smoked Scotch ale, you guys hit the mark on this one. Bluepoint Brewery, you guys did your thing, man. And Jason, again, shout out to you for sending this to me. I'd love to be able to get this year round. Again, I know it's seasonal. I'd love to have this year round. This is awesome. It's good, man. This is a real good beer. This crazy. Like, words can't describe it, but I like what I'm tasting. I like what I smell. This is straight up rum, whiskey. You know, you're looking at that when you drink one of these, because you don't want to drink them fast. I'm not saying that's what I taste, but that's what you consider when you look at it. Based upon the color alone, you want to take your time and enjoy it. And this is something I definitely will enjoy. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to love every bit of this, because I can't get it again unless somebody sends it to me. Hint, hint. But anyways, I really, really like this, and you guys did an awesome job. I'd love to taste something else that's different and unique that you guys have to offer. And this is really, really, really good. For all people out there that really, really like Scotch ales or anything that's similar to an Oktoberfest, I would say if you can get your hands on this, try it. Just based upon the uniqueness alone. Last week when I reviewed something different, the Fool's Gold, which is a peanut butter Hefeweizen. Not a peanut butter guy. We already went into that. This is along those lines. It's a smoked Scotch ale, and it's unique. I like unique beers. It's just me. I like to do things differently. I don't like to be along the guideline. I don't like to follow everybody else. I like to stand in my own lane, and this stands in its own lane. It steps apart. It sets itself apart from every other beer. It's in its own class, specifically for Scotch ales. I don't know any other Scotch ales that are smoked. Maybe there are some, maybe they're not. I don't know. From what I've seen, this is the only one. And even if it's not, this is the one that I've tasted, and I really, really like it. I'm giving it a 2 thumbs up. It's going to stay on my list for things to look for, and the things to look for specifically during this season. There's stouts that I buy specifically during this season. Brooklyn Brewery is one of those ones that I buy. I'm not, you know, it's something good. This is what I will look for. I'm gonna have my friend send me this if you guys don't have it available here in Buffalo, but I'll be looking for this every year. Anyways, it's a good beer, man. I really like what I taste. I like what I smell. It smells smoky, caramely. I'm gonna say cherry again. I'm sticking with it. That's my final conclusion. That's what I'm sticking to. I'm saying cherry. That's just what it's gonna be. If you guys like what you see, give me the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Excuse me. If you have any comments, please leave them. If you have any feedback, leave it. And as always, cheers to anybody who's drinking a good beer. And in the meantime, peace.